Starting in 3, 2. Good morning, Johto. My name is Lane here at the Goldenrod Radio Tower, bringing you your weekday news for Pokemon Go, Pokemon TCG, and sometimes a little bit of Scarlet and Violet as well. If you would like to find more GMJ, you can find us on Twitter, better known as X, at GMJoto. You can send us an email at goodmorningjoto@gmail.com. You can also find our free Discord that's in our show notes to be a part of our little radio family. If this is the first day that you are watching Good Morning Johto, that means successfully we've gotten a YouTube video of types out, and then hopefully we'll go from reels and stuff to there. But welcome to the Good Morning Johto family. This is a wild, wild ride. If you would like to find more Good Morning Johto other than YouTube, you can on twitch.tv/Good Morning Johto, where we stream every Sunday through Thursday here live in Goldenrod, which the time zone transfers about 10:30 Eastern Time in the PM, so you can find us over there. If you would like to help support the show financially, you can over at our Patreon, patreon.com/goodmorningjohto. Shout out to our patrons. New this week, we have Jamal at the intern level. Shout out to Nick, Pauly D, and Green Tea, all of our wonderful interns, and Mikey for the board operator, and Jesse, our senior producer, for helping keep this show run. We also have our Good Morning Johto Java Bling coffee that has been launched. We have about 5 pounds left if you're able to get those. We've been working with a local coffee roaster and try to get that all squared away. That's also in the show notes. But hey, my best friend, my partner for life, my Pokemon that I chose to be the only one we need for this radio show. Who is it? Ludicolo, you know what time it is. It is time for some Pokemon Go news. So, starting this week, we've had a few things happen that were a little different. We had the relaunch of Routes with the Out to Play event. A lot of our articles will be covering from GoHub, PvPoke, and other places that are friends of the show. We will always give them shoutouts for just helping give us this best information. So starting from September 27th through October 2nd, that is going to be this weekend. So it started yesterday, if you're listening to this the day it came out, the 28th. The second is going to be Monday. It's going to end Monday at 8 p.m. Let's talk about those bonuses. Kecleon will appear more frequently at Pokestops. That's for those people stuck on the masterwork for that shiny Jirachi. Triple XP for completing a route. Earn a buddy candy faster while exploring routes with your buddy. Debut of shiny Hisuian Growlithe. A free time research, and then a paid $2 equivalent time research we'll talk about here in a second. Growlithe and Hisuian Growlithe showcases. Basically an Hisuian Growlithe Pompadour that's for purchase in the Pokeshop or just the in-game store. Assorted updates to routes. Your featured Pokemon during this time is Psyduck, Growlithe, Onix, Eevee, Feebas, Woobat, and Palmy. All of those can be shiny except Palmy, and if you're lucky, you could encounter the Arcanine. Hisuian Growlithe and Hisuian, Arcanine with the debut, has a great looking shiny. You can get those mostly from 2 to 7k eggs. I think they can also appear in routes as well. Don't quote me on that unless we see that here scrolling in the future, but don't quote me on that one. 2k and 7k eggs. Your 2k1 tier is going to be Hisuian Growlithe with the new shiny and Wimpod. Your 2-egg tier for the 2Ks is Chinchou, Igglybuff, Metatite, Fomantis, and Lechonk. 3K is Cleffa, and that 5K, or that 5-egg level of in the 2Ks, tricky to get around, is that Larvesta. Your 7K is going to be Hisuian Voltorb, Hisuian Sneasel, Hisuian Quailfish, and maybe that new Hisuian Growlithe that can be shiny. Your field research is going to be Hatch an Egg for Hisuian Sneasel and Hisuian Quailfish. Hatch 3 eggs for maybe that chance of that shiny Hisuian Growlithe. Walk 1 kilometer for Palmy and walk 5 kilometers for Hisuian Growlithe that can be shiny. Your time to research the Event exclusive time research. This is the free one. Explore 5 kilometers to get an incense. You get 1,000 XP from, or 1,000 Stardust from all of these. Hatch 3 eggs. Follow a route. Walk 1,000 meters while traveling routes. Use an incense while following a route and catch 20 Pokemon while following routes. If you don't know how routes work, they have the 3 exclusive spawns for the route. Those are going to be 3 ones that you can not find there, but they're going to be, I think, in a random pool. That's also how you get the Zygarde cells. It'll take place of one of those 3. And the 1,000 meters is also because where you... I mostly do short routes, but I've heard some crazy long kilometer routes that are in the game as well. The Tales of Adventure paid time research. Each of these will have a walk, let's say walk 1 kilometer. You can get a Hisuian Growlithe and a regular Growlithe. That's all the way up to 5 kilometers. That is, at the end reward, you get a Hisuian Growlithe encounter, which can be shiny if we haven't said that so much. 2 incubators and 1 super incubator. Really excited about that one. The Voyager bundle is at 1,990 coin, features in the in-game shop for 10 super incubators, 12 incubators, and 2 poffins. We've been talking a lot about the in-game shop this week because that's probably the best bang for your buck right now since all the price increase. But remember, you don't have to buy anything. The new updates for the routes are increased availability across the globe, a lower level requirement for trainers to complete, and several quality of life updates that include more Zygarde cells that can be found on routes. A notification will inform you that there are routes nearby. It's also in Campfire. A lot of people, what I think with routes are, because we're going to be 100% news here, but this is more just added information. I like doing routes that are short because you can only find a Zygarde cell on, you can't do the same one multiple times. So instead of, let's say I have a 10 kilometer area, straight line that can be a route. Like I can see it, like let's say a perfect, like a flood wall with tons of paintings, right? Or like an art alley. I would rather want a start to stop to routes than, like, let's say 10 different ones, because then I could get the 10 different spawns and completing this. So when submitting routes, which I can't remember what the turnaround time is right now. For me, it's usually been a week or 2, but with all these routes for this new event, it can be a little more. We talked about yesterday with everything that was crazy with the way home. I did that with a lapel mic while driving. Probably not the most safe, but my wife held my phone and kind of fed me all the information. Starting yesterday from 10 a.m. going through 8 p.m. tomorrow, which is Friday the 29th, today's the 28th, you got the showcases for Growlithe and Hisuian Growlithe, which will start back up on the 30th and end on the 2nd. We had Raid Hour last night from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. your local time. Oh, no, wait. Is it tonight? Was it last night? It was last night. Last night from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. your local time was Entei, Suicune, and Raikou with those raid counters that we talked about yesterday. Mega Gardevoir will still be going to the 6th. And that does it mostly for the week. Oh, what was that, Jeff? Jeff, our board operator here at Good Morning Johto, told me we forgot something. Switching tomorrow will be from the 2 weeks of Psychic Cup. We've been streaming so much Psychic Cup, and you can tell that we've gotten better throughout the weeks because we are not... When the kind of cheat / whatever came out about GBL, I did not care because I'm already so terrible. I'm already like just... We're just having fun. If you check out a lot of the Twitch streams, we are going live during its accident and all these other incredible battlers, trainers that just can really kill the regionals and the worlds. But they're doing like Ultra League, Master League, Great League. We're doing the fun cups. We're doing the silly, goofy things that probably are terrible for our elo. Because you know what comes starting tomorrow? Starting 29th through October 6th is going to be Open Ultra going into Sunshine Cup Great League. Here's your top 10 according to PV Poke, your number 1 place for your rankings for the different cups. Starting in 10th place, we have Obama Snow. 9th place is Gliscor. 8th place is Obama Snow Shadow. And hey, hopefully you built your Victini because that's 7th place. And also been playing in Psychic Cup because those V creates, once you get jamming on 2 of those, you'll skedaddle and just hopefully can chain some more together in the future. Dubwool in 6th, Vigoroth, the angsty teen in 5th, Shadow Gligar in 4th, Gligar regular in 3rd, and the one that I can't believe is this Rufflet XL. I hope we never see it. I'm sure we will, because some people are crazy enough that they probably have just a maxed out Rufflet XL with Wing Attack, Brave Bird, and Aerial Ace, but can't beat the Pidgeot with the Legacy move Wing Attack, Feather Dance, and Brave Bird. Let's see if there's any spicy recommendations in the top 10. We have here Noctowl, Swellow, Swampert Shadow, Miltank. Let's get down there. What's like Castform Sunny? There we go. Spinda XL in 62. So definitely some spicy picks that's ranked on here for PV Poke. For the Sunshine Cup, there's going to be some silly teams. According to Niantic, they're going to be starting testing shorter raid lobby timers for Tier 1 and Tier 3 raids. I think that's a great idea because the Ready Up button has been such a great auto-include to the game. But when you're doing these 1-star raids, people don't usually join when you send them raid invites. And then if you're waiting the whole 2 minutes while waiting on everybody. So that would be a good thing. This was their quote on X, better known as Twitter. We're introducing a test affecting Tier 1 and Tier 3 raids in some regions. Trainers participating in these these areas will reduce countdown timers before the start. The raid to 60 seconds for 1 tier and 80 for Tier 3. I think that's a great idea. Let me know what your opinion is on Twitter when we put this up. Just because, do you like those shorter times? Do you need more time to get everything together? Because maybe you're preparing your team. Maybe you accidentally let things faint and need to recover them. The next Wayfarer Challenge is going to be happening in Italy, France, and Germany. That'll be starting, let's see, the recent poll was between Italy, France, Germany, South Korea, Taiwan, the Philippines, and Italy, France, and Germany won with 53% of the votes. Starting yesterday, running till October 4th is the challenge. Reward distributions are going to be on the 5th. Everybody asks me of how this works, because you get in-game stuff for it. If we all do it together, then we get a big overall, and then you get a reward for personal. You have to be over level 37 in Pokemon Go to receive those rewards, over level 10 in Ingress to receive those rewards, and you must have passed the Wayfarer quiz, and you must have reviewed at least 50 spots from the challenge from the countries Italy, France, and Germany. Now, we killed the challenge so well last time, we were able to help out another country in another area. So we were able to really just add a bunch more stops. If you do your 50 personal, and then as a team of way spotters, we're able to do 10,000. We get 50 Ultra Ball, 3 Star Pieces, 3 Incense, 3 Poffins, 1 Super Incubator. For Pokemon Go, we won't cover the Ingress. We're not too ingressy here. 45,000 Way Spot nominations resolved, 50 Ultra, 4 Star Piece, 4 Incense, 4 Poffin, and 1 Super Incubator. 90,000 are going to be 50 Ultra Ball, 5 Star Piece, 5 Super Incubators, 5 Incense, and 5 Poffins. That's crazy. Those are literally insane. So you gotta do 50 to at least get those. If you personally review any more, let's say you review a personal of 100, you get 1 incubator and 1 upgrade in Wayfarer, which those things are huge. You do over 250. That's to shout out to Jamal and Chris from the Way Spotters. Those guys kill it over there. They're definitely gonna do this. 3 upgrades to Wayfarer and 1 Super Incubator and 500 reviewed spots, 5 upgrades, and 2 Super Incubators. That is everything we have for the Pokemon Go section of Good Morning Johto today. So Ludicolo, send us off. Now it's time for our sponsor of the day, but if this is where your part of the video stops, because we're going to start separating them from Pokemon Go, going into the Pokemon TCG, because maybe you don't like all of the Pokemon Go. I get it. So we're going to go from Pokemon Go, and then maybe you're like, maybe the TCG is not for me. So if this is for you, wait for part 2. That is going to be the Pokemon TCG. If not, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.